Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there. Well, it's another Saturday afternoon here with your boy Matty-Rants. Listen, we're about to get into RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 6, the Raider Queen Talent Show Part 2. You know, I needed to wear this shirt. I had to, because honestly, I was a little gooped, a bit gagged, if you will, and definitely gameplay alliances, the voting system, all of that was put into play today. And I was like, oh, okay. And you know me, I don't want to play the fair favorites, that full little storyline, but all tea. Mikey, no, baby, you deserve better. That they played you, sister. I was like, what? I'm not even like, y'all had to post a clip of my reaction on Patreon, because I'm like, huh? How that happen? What you mean? No shade. And then like the edit kind of gave our sister Kenya packing it out the door, no shade. I was like, wait, this edit is wild. Top 2, that too. I said, now hold on. What's going on? What's happening here? I need to see the votes for this all to make sense for me. Although I gotta say, Athena actually tore a bit in that lip sync. I was a little gagged, while I did enjoy Jane's version too. I was enjoying it. I said, oh, okay. Now, we can safely say that the original lip sync for Toxic by the wonderful, iconic, legendary, my sister, my friend who I love and miss so very much, Miss Jiggly Caliente, okay? Bianca Castro, for the girls who know. Now, versus Alyssa Summers. Now, when we talk about this lip sync, I'm going to be as kind as I possibly can, but I'm going to be honest with you. I said, oh, send them both, but don't send them both, because one of them is not supposed to be there. Tina Burner, you were telling the truth on the pit stop today. I said, oh yeah, that's exactly what happened, because she wasn't supposed to be there. I'm sorry, that was a wild episode for it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it is sort of the way the game can be played. You just witness what a Raider Queen can do in a situation like that if girls do play with the numbers. And it's not just like an okay, well, that was fair and this is gonna happen, and then we're gonna go here, we're gonna do all that. So like, by all means, it was very well done on my end as far as entertainment was concerned, but it still made me go, now wait, hold up. How baby girl ended up there? Not the Bride of Frankenstein with the titties that fell out and it was all glittery, carnage. What? Thought that was wild. So let's talk about it today, everybody. I thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you for being here. I had a crazy morning. My power was off until about 1 p.m. today. They were doing maintenance at 7 a.m. on a Saturday. Okay, over here in my neighborhood area. So I literally were watching all these trucks doing work and stuff, but I thought it was madness because on a Saturday, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., the power was out. So I was sitting in the heat because Houston is not in the wintertime no more, baby. We are in the high 70s today. So I was a tad bit over it, if you will. But once the power came back on, I was like, let's get this ball rolling. So I am ready to go. That's why we're here at 3 today and not the 2:30 normally here. And it has been a crazy week for me. A lot on my plate. So we are trying to push through, but I thank y'all so much for tuning in. I love this show. I love the Rant Pack. I love y'all so much, and I appreciate you for tuning in on these weekends. So tomorrow, I did promise a Dead by Daylight stream, and I'm going to keep that promise because I do love playing video games with y'all. It will be early in the day. You do not have to watch, but I would love if you did. Certainly would be higher trader numbers. But like, yeah, I'll be doing that if you are available and you want to hop on and do a little Rant Pack surviving in the fog. I'm going to be doing about 2 hours of that. So that will be just a fun little Sunday, thing to do, honestly, and just have a little kiki and a good time. And after that, I'll be back Wednesday with UK versus the World season 3. So if you do want to find me in any of my social media spaces and places, it is available in the About section in the Linktree link. I also do reactions on Patreon. I did a reaction to this episode for as low as $1 a month. You can go ahead and get it on over there. My reaction was the key. Someone's like, oh, Fatima, you're like, who is this? Hold on, let's put the comments up because y'all are part of this conversation too. What's up? It's Mo Hart. Cheryl Camming. Hold on, we got to get it for the Portrait Mo babies. I wanted to make sure Mo was on my shirt because I was thinking of my sister. Shout out to Mo. But I thought it'd be funny to have her on my shirt with the microphone right here while I was talking. Please forgive my mind where I was at today. I just wanted to be a little silly with y'all because the world right now is upside down and we need to just be center. So if that made any sense, make some noise. But yes, reactions available on my Patreon, please, and thank you. Merch available at directlymerch.com, Bookable and Cameo, and I'm an affiliate partner with Paramount Plus. Get that free week on me. PO Box if you want to send me anything, and there's a Discord if you want to be a part of that chat, Adams. But yeah. Disclaimer. This program is for entertainment purposes only and contents not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, gender, or wigs. All opinions expressed by myself are just solely my personal opinions, and they do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the individuals mentioned on this, Yeah, don't be rude. Just don't be gross. Y'all are cool people. Y'all know better. Grab your libation, strap in. I'm a little bit of a talker. Don't please post any spoilers in the chat. And if you feel uncomfortable viewing this program, not my concern. But you can go ahead and have a good old poop because that's what your butt's made for. If you did want to throw a little bit of love in my jar, please and thank you. It would most certainly go a long, long way right now. Thank you. Sorry, I have been super stressed, but I've also been trying not to bring it to the internet, but I've also been like at the same time. Butt is clenched. I'm very much Kenya right now after Michelle. But anything in all love would be certainly appreciated. I thank you. PayPal.me for /Matty-Rants, Cash App $sign at 924, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. Let's do a vote in the live chat right now. And I want to make sure that everybody can be seen. I think I need to make it wide. There we go. 1, if part 2 was giving as much as part 1. 2, if part 2 was kind of Poots McKenzie, baby, with. And 3, they should have had the groups split a little bit more evenly, and maybe we would have gotten somewhat of an even show, and we wouldn't have gotten the nonsense that we got this week. Because that is where my mind is at. I'm like, I realize, and I'm not going to put the full blame on the Coco that is Nene, but I'm thinking to myself, you would have definitely been in the top this week. You would have definitely been in the top this week for sure. You and Jane probably would have cleared, and that would have been that, and it would have been a performance right then and there. On top of who would you have switched with would have changed the way that voting went down specifically. But I'm going to be also a little bit, not to drive the mist away, but to be honest with the Sierra situation, girl, I think you were going to be in the bottom regardless. I don't think you doing a poem on week 2 would have been the hot puss either. I'm just going to be real with you. was like, okay. I enjoyed elements of people's talents. I enjoyed Jane's talent thoroughly, all the way front to back. But for this week, it was like I had to go, you know, that part was great. However, this was good, but she looks like this baby's song is a bop. However, she don't even know the words. Like, it was going on levels of that today with the talent show. And it's kind of crazy because it's like you got to see the first girls go. And was the first week's just as booming that hard that we lost a little bit of that rah? Like, what's happening here? You know, I don't know. It was interesting. It was a lot. So we'll go ahead and we'll get to it and we'll get started here. So again, I thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, share and subscribe, and become part of this Rant Pack family. And again, if you want to drop any love in my jar, please and thank you. It's paypal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $99924, and the Matty-Rants. The super chats are also available. Let's go. Almost 100 people in the room. Awesome. All right, let's start this. Like, Matt, come on, let's start the show. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm way down here for the portrait mode. Hold on, we got to get this together. Zoop. There we go. We up. Boom. All right. I was a tad bit bored and untucked, but we'll lightly discuss it. Now, after the non-elimination, since it was part one of the talent show and they're doing Rate a Queen, so based on their votes, whoever was bottom in the first week will have to face whoever is bottom in the second week. Juicy and Mia are still reeling for their excellent lip sync, the best of the season so far, with Athena also having a moment of my family's fighting. Hopefully they win, and they did. But, you know, again, Baby is taking a little bit of credit for this, for making sure that her loved ones were all on the top, but they also were chewing, so everybody was going to vote for them in the first place. Now, the thing about it is, and if we continue this forward, now my baby Kenya, and I'm still going to be here for the pleaser, but we're gonna be honest today. So when this happened, and it was given, I want to be up there with the rest of the girlies, confessional teas, and sometimes in the Drag Race universe, if not the majority of the time, if we were to watch every season of Drag Race and go into, you know, when the girl talks or starts the episode up, they're either winning that week or they're going home that week, or they're going to be humbled this week. Oh dear, it was the third option. It was. It was the third option. I at first thought it was going to be the second because I said, uh-oh, here, what's going to happen? What's going on with our baby over here? But we'll get there. I can't defend it. Even in my reaction, I was like, what? Because the song was Puss. But I was like, no. When it was happening, I was like, no. It was all just right. And then it happened. I was like, no. Oh, we need to cook a little longer. No. How am I on episode 6 and realizing this is not Rue mail? This isn't, she already had hers. This is kind of on the same tip like it used to be. It's Rue rules. How am I just getting here? Cheryl, how am I just getting here? I was like, wait, wow, do I like that? Am I cool with that? Am I down with the rules? I don't know. Hello, Let's Dade. I'm seeing. I was like, oh, I have been so ingrained with the same thing and thinking, like, just from routine of the show, of the mail and all that. So I was like, Maddie, I asked you about that last week on Patreon. See what I'm saying? And then this week I'm like, oh, shoes. There is no more mail. It's now rules. Very interesting to use rules now in this very not going to get into the current events right now, but jiggle me timbers. RuPaul steps into the workroom to once again just let them know, hey, it's round 2, kittens. You're going to have to do a little something to make this interesting, because the last week was the best week. So what is this week going to give? As is part 2 for the Rate a Queen talent show. And those in the previous week get to vote, with Sierra Miss being in the bottom spot. And thus, this gets a little interesting, but very annoying for the fandom. I want to thank you again for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become a part of this Rant Pack family. Appreciate you for being here. And if you did want to throw a little love in my jar, downstairs, PayPal.me/ or upstairs because of portrait mode. Upstairs portrait, downstairs landscape. PayPal.me/Matty-Rants. Catch up $sign Matt-24 and Venmo-Rants. I'm going to give a shout out to JMC. Oh, thank you so very much. Thank you today for this strategy in Delulu this episode. Wild. I know. Thank you. And I appreciate you, my love. And thank you all for tuning in. 115. Appreciate it. So, okay. I'm going to give you another option in voting again because this is a live stream, whether you're watching this on your phone or in your laptop or you have your screens up or you're doing multiple occasions. I don't know. Numbers, please, everybody. 1, if you're Sierra, you doing the same thing. 2, just as a person in the room, girl, what is this? What is she pulling? 3, you on the other team. I'm sorry, we need a powwow about how we're voting? I don't like it. You know, it's funny because here I go. If this was Traitors, the way Athena was able to make sure a lot of votes in people's words and bonds were kept, I feel so many things would have went differently. So maybe Athena Dion needs to be on Traitors. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll allow a drag contestant to go further. I mean, she's not Bob or Monet and Peppermint, and they all have something in common. But no, I'm bringing it back in because I'm like, I think this is a gag, and I'm kind of here for it, but it's, well, who and how are we voting? Because I need it to be a certain particular girl in the bottom that I can feel I can beat in a lip sync. So I need to have a conversation with my group from last week and some of my glam girls and this, that, and the other about what we're going to do to make sure that I'm still going to be here. And I thought to myself, you need to know how to lip sync to whatever song is in the bottom versus who am I going to be up against in a lip sync? That's where my mind was at. I'm like, okay, I get it. We don't want to be out the door this early and we can strategize because we do have the power. But I'm going, okay, so you know what the lip sync song is going to be because you've been in the bottom for this long. You know what the, because now it's about who can you eat in a lip sync. And your first option is Rickety Knees Discord, Bad Posture Discord, possibly a whodunit Scooby-Doo character, pull up the mask. It's Discord Adams, that kind of stiff. Okay, understandable. You see the girl looks like she has problems possibly peeing. I understand you. I get it. You know, she's got to hold the balls in the stall, whatever. Like, but now you're telling these folks to like full on vote this girl down, even if she do, I don't know about that. And that's where I was going, I don't know. Also, she don't know that, you know, Vita is cool with Discord and that Juicy was on the same team as Discord for the group challenge. When in the previous week's episode, we had a whole glam group meeting that got together and the other girls had noticed that kind of shit. And I thought to myself, you're having a full-fledged conversation about this bitch's bitch that they're going to now have to run back and tell her because that'd be some shady ass shit to do unless they didn't like that girl, but they clearly do. So here you go campaigning for Discord. And I'm like, this is the wrong group to do that with because in reality, maybe Mia, maybe Nene, probably Nene because Discord has a lot to say about Miss Nene. And it really is up to Darlene because Darlene's kind of in the middle on the fence sort of bit. So I get it, but I don't know. This is going to work in her favor. And I was so right. I was very much right. I knew Juicy was not going to go down with that because, mind you, she has some fulfillment orders to make, okay? As well as Mia. Mia needs to give Kenya her lick back because Kenya put her as the first spot. So by rule of, okay, baby, we made an agreement here. I'm going to get you in the number one spot no matter what. That's why Kenya wasn't in the bottom this week. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mia putting her in the number one spot and then Vita putting her in second. We'll get there. I'm talking a little early here, but I gotta say it because it's on my chest. I was like, oh, that's how she's not going to be in the bottom this week. Them 2 votes right there. That's it. First and second? Oh, she ain't going to be in there. She ain't going to be in there. That was Vita giving it up to her girl. Sisters, got you. We cool like that. Then it was Mia. I'm going to give you your ones back because you gave you mine. Boom. And guess what? Kenya, that was smart. And they didn't have to do that, but they followed through on favors and me trying to make sure y'all ain't in no bad position, mind you. Athena did the same thing. That's the gag for this second group, that they weren't thinking about the first episode when they were like, why is everyone getting together? And Jane Don't is over there. I don't agree with all this. Now, sister, they were going to make you were good to go, so you didn't have to do anything. But the other girls in group 2 should have already been working on numbers. Mikey especially. Because now you see what happened this week. This is very much, I feel my talent is going to be enough, which it was good. However, because people already worked out numbers and nobody can deny the best number of the group, Jane's, you have now been positioned into that low number. That was a gag for me. We're going to get there. But Juicy wasn't playing this. And I thought this was great. Honestly, I was here for how this went down because, yeah, you're going to be talking about this girl. She don't even know what's going to go down. You want to have a gag, even if she has a great episode. But these people already have established relationships. And while Jane, who catastrophizing, okay. I love that Jane low-key is giving me my therapy session sometimes. Y'all don't know. Every time this lady goes into her full head spins, I'm like, oh my God, I was just talking about this like 2 months ago with my therapist. I can relate to Jane, and I know it's driving you nuts and probably me nuts at every fucking episode. It's paranoia. What's going on? Everyone's out to get me. Like, oh, okay, I get it. It's a tad bit exhausting, but I actually am this person. I've literally had whole therapy sessions over this. I completely relate. I completely relate. So I have a little soft spot for her. No shade. Like, D, you know this is true. I have done this literally directly with you in the car with me, okay? Over like that remember that moment when I was trying to get my passport when we were losing it? I was actually extremely losing it that day. And then everything ended up working out. But I was like going through it. Like I was like, this is how everything turns out. I was going nuts. And then I just had to like let it go. The following day, everything worked out perfectly. Everything was done. It was like boom, 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 bam. And I'm like, oh my God, I did all that for nothing. Get out of your head, bitch. This is my new mantra currently right now. Get out of your head, bitch. Get out. Don't think too long about it. Just move. But I'm here for Athena too. Even though Athena low-key this is kind of crazy to go up to Jane to have a like, I can't believe they're getting together to have sort of a powwow about the voting. That's not fair. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Lady, come here. Sit with me, sister. You literally have your votes set in order to where if you are clearly going to be safe or in the top, and you talking about, oh, they can't be over there. I said, no, what? DeSantos says, what? I thought that was crazy. I did, but I also said Athena's also just trying to make sure her shit's right because Mama had already put a lot on the board, and if nobody makes dues on their promises, how everybody's been kind of fucking her over this season, no shade. I can't. I have to give it to Athena. They have been playing her this whole season, and yet some of the things we've seen, we've been like, but for Athena, it's like, no, y'all been fucking with me. There is no way that I'm not about to be that girl this episode based off of all the work I have done and what mommy has presented. I made sure you bitches got me together. I made sure I got you bitches together. She turned to make me good. So I'm gonna give it to her. I'm not gonna lie. She made a lot of promises, just like somebody in the White House right now made a lot of promises to a lot of people who are crooked. I mean, that has nothing to do with the parallels. Kind of close, but not there because it's nowhere. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become a part of this Rant Pack family. I appreciate you so much for being here. It's just for entertainment purposes only. Shut up, you guys. Where did I go with that? I don't know. But I appreciate you for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button. What? Queer love, what? Yeah, hit the thumbs up button, share and subscribe. Drop a tippy poo in my jar if I said something funny just a second ago, or if you think I'm super corny, that works too. PayPal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $792 Venmo Matty-Rants. Pull your knees up, stretch. So my Patreon folks, I have a Muppet show reaction to get to, so please do not fret. You know, I shared the same birthday with Jim Henson, so my Libra quake is happening here and it needs to, but I will be getting that reaction out to you. Just thought about that this morning. I was like, I still haven't recorded that, but I need to because, you know, I'm such a Muppet fan. But yes, listen, Juicy ain't wrong here. I'm not going to be mad at the Juicinator because this is what you're supposed to do. Your girl is in trouble. Your girl's name is on the board, and it's based off of not the talent, but what a bitch thinks they can do to beat you in a lip sync. And she said, girl, I'm seeing her over there campaigning. Discord, I thought your back would straighten up. It did not. But Juicy kept it 100 and told you just how it's going down. It is based on strategy. You don't know what's going on. If your talent is good, trust me, you will be fine. But it's also like Juicy being like, I'm not going to vote based off of just that. I'm going to be fair in my decision making here. But now you got Discord freaking out because it's like, okay, bitch, my name is out there. You know, also Discord girl, I'm going to get her. And then 5 minutes later in Untuck, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm not going to do all that. I mean, you didn't have to because the competition did it to her. But Mia and Kenya making sure the promises are good. You got me on the ones for the first week. I got you on the ones for this week. So again, social game, promises, and alliances are very important for this episode. I did love this Bjork moment, and I was like, Jane, if you're gone before Snatch Game, I'm going to be pissed because that impersonation was great. My mom was great. Nene Coco, you low-key were very absent this episode. You had a couple of random moments. This conversation with Sierra to me was a little bit random. It was almost a repetitious of things we've heard before already in conversations that were just had. And then when we did get a little something, it was, I should have been weak too. After that, gone. I was like, all right. They said we're going to focus on the other girl this week. No shade. I think we had to get some people's stories out the way. And so a few folks got a little bit of time, just a little bit. Nene was one of them. I was like, okay. Darlene too. Yeah, that's another one. Thank you, Greek. You show right. Darlene got nothing this episode. Nada. Even with that crazy look on the runway, that was interesting, and I kind of like it, but I'm kind of like, but yes, but I'm like, no, but yeah. You right. Listen, we know how this is about to go down. Again, Discord. Oh my God, Sierra's coming for me. Vita, I want to talk to you about that. Oh shit. Now I'm getting confirmations from multiple folks that this bitch is really trying to have my. Yep. Michelle Visage coming in there. Ooh. Who did that? Did Raven kiss her forehead? Is that what happened? Maybe it's the way my screen is and it's the warmth. It's all right there. It's so dark. Who did that? Okay, sorry. I didn't notice this before. I have this on the big screen. I don't have this on my tablet. So I'm so sorry. It's like it's here. So I can see, Black History Month on her forehead a tad bit. Speaking of which, happy Black History Month from your fluorescent beige, lightest of high yellows, Matty-Rants. And I thank you. This was a gag. Because as much as I'm here for this, Michelle low-key told Nene, you should have gone week 2, looking at how this was a stacked week. Like, you were great. Went up with those girls. Kind of like gutsy. Damn. Should have went week 2. Should have. What happened? Was there too much salt in that burger? Poor Kenya. You were so happy. You were right here, girl. I know. Such a happy in a few minutes. Peace to Mateo. Thank you for the first super chat of the day. Thank you. Michelle borrowed Anya's wig. Why Anya's? Oh my God, I just thought about that season. My goodness. Season 17 was kind of a cack. Yeah, no shade. Season 17 was a cack. I enjoyed it. This one I'm liking, but now that the Raider Queen thing is over with, I'm ready to see just how it turns and where this is gonna go, especially after the Raider Queen thing and them going through the votes. And will the drama pick up? Is it gonna be one of those like fake outs, like, oh, we about to be, really catty, and it's not gonna be there? Because baby, let me not lie to you, sister. I enjoyed my crashing out of Lexi Love, Anya not being straightforward initially and then giving it to her. Then when they get back into it, they be cut the fuck up. Ariette's full foolishness. And like, I'm here for the fuckery or I'm not here for the fuckery. And it was malicious and it wasn't malicious. And then she fucked over Jules that moment because it was like, why? And then it was that whole moment of like, okay, this bitch about to turn it on the main stage. Not, the lip syncs were hilarious. I still stand for Corey. I don't give a damn what my panel compadres say. Y'all know Shake That Ice was number 8 on my iTunes most played song list. Okay. So like, miss me. And I was here for the foolery. And I even liked the whole lip sync battle situation. Yeah, it was key. I enjoyed it. I'm kind of excited to see what happens here. And not that I'm saying I don't want Juicy or Mia to win, but bitch, if them hoes end up in a situation where they don't get there and we have a Lollaperu again and them two are there, who's to say I wouldn't be super happy? But thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate you, my baby. Look at what happens. The super chat got me off track. How dare I? Thanks again for tuning in. Drop a tippy poo if you feel like it. And I appreciate you for being here. Okay. Now, first of all, Michelle, hold on, bitch. Love you down, sister. But that would have been the first thought in my head. Hold up, bitch. Hold on, Miss Girl. I know you did not. I know we not. I know that's not. I know that's not happening right now. I know that's not happening. I know you didn't just clock my tea. I know you just call out my puss. What was this for? Is where my mind would have been at. If I'm on the outside looking in and I'm sitting next to Kenya and Michelle Visage takes her, 3-inch nail, giving all kinds of red too, bitch, and tears her up in front of me. Eject immediately. I feel there's a little bit of a humiliation moment, but I also feel there's a little bit of a honesty factor in this because it needed to be said. But to say this literally before this girl goes out, come on. And that was my only big issue with it. Yes, it did need to be said. It is the timing that I thought was wild right before someone who is already nervous has to go on stage and you gonna give them this hella tough love because it was true. But like maybe we could have had the girls see that for themselves versus you pointing it out and making it a whole emphasized moment because you weren't judging this week. The girls were judging this week. So again, I agree with her, but like something about this felt very played, and I didn't care for that before the competition. I almost wish, why not have your critiques, but still have the girls then give their opinions if that's the case on the runway and then have them vote if that's going to happen, because in reality nobody else got to get that, and that's something that is very much impactful for how they're going to vote. I again am not saying that Kenya is right here because she didn't know the words to her own damn song, which I again thought was a gag. And Michelle again is right, but I just think the timing was a little wild. I thought that was wild. Right before she got to go on stage, sister. Right now. Right now. Right now. I thought was wild. Let that girl have stayed this week, which is what's going to happen. And you got to vote, basically judge her next week, which based off of the track record happening, that's what's going to go down. And then you can gather her then. But I thought that, to me, I'm sorry, she is right. And I've been sitting there like, oh, gag. But if I'm Kenya, I'm thinking, bitch, why are you telling me this right before I got to go the fuck on stage? And now I'm extra hard going to think about that. It is a little bit of a catch. It's a little bit of an in-between moment here for me where I understand that this the Libra, okay? I understand both sides of this coin. But I thought, damn, out of all, okay, got it. All right. Because that definitely played a factor in the voting. Athena, I didn't see that. Now you did. Let's say Athena didn't even get to be in this group with Kenya. And then we have this now, the situation. She overhears that. We're going into voting. Like Michelle said, because it already was added on top of it. You could have just seen it for yourself. So I just thought that was interesting. It is true, but they can't see her, and you did, and you gagged her, and now it's, y'all focus on that when she's performing, because we seen it. No one else got that, and I didn't like that. That was my issue with this part. It was very, we know something, and let me do this, and it's going to be a gaggy moment for this group little segment, because we're trying to make this interesting, but in reality, now you set this girl up to low-key fail. At the same time, you could have, my girl, taken that moment and been like, fuck this bitch, I'm about to shut her down and eat up this whole bit. Did you see how I did that? Do you see how we can have multiple views in the same point? Look at me. Shake a mo. Shake a mo. She didn't have to say anything to Vita. So here's the thing. Because mind you, this is a show covered in 17 hours of time. And then, of course, like put together in whatever little bit from what they film and whatnot, right? Who's to say that Vita and Kenya didn't have that conversation? It's just not on camera. Who's to say that everybody in the room didn't hear what was just said in that moment because they're now filming this because everybody's getting ready? The workroom is big, but it's not that big. It's not that big. You know what I mean? So especially for those of you who went to the Drag Race experience and you saw how the workroom kind of the little makeshift one they have, you can imagine a bitch being over at the mirror and then someone sitting on that side of the room and they're talking to them. And it's in a way that's not supposed to be, okay, guys, so this is what's going on, but more, Jane, you won last week. Can everyone hear me? Like that everybody in there heard that. You know what I'm saying? So, and to make it even better, and not to say you don't know what you're talking about, Irma, but I'm just trying to make my point. Darlene's whole point of voting for Kenya, like Michelle said, didn't know the words. And I saw literally Darlene's point for why Kenya was in her position, even though I was like, oh, okay. But like people in the workroom heard that. It wasn't just for this little group, unfortunately. But again, there's so many ways that this could have been handled and taken care of on both Kenya's part, as well as me thinking, Michelle, you didn't have to do all that. But I guess you wanted to show them fangs and go off, sister. You want the baby to know she ain't do right. But guess what? We gonna watch this performance later, and I'm going. But my sister, I was mad for you. I was like, yeah, I'd have been hot. And if it had been a whole, this is to make you better. I'm like, you could have told me that later. You could have told me that later. You low-key embarrassed me in front of everybody. And this episode is not you judging me, it's them. So now you're really like adding into their like thoughts on me before they go into this. Everyone's going in fresh. Like, let me see the performance. Now you've given them a little something to think about as I'm performing. That's not fair. While you've praised Jane, you literally talked about Discord's walk and giving her a little pat in the back for walking like a fucking super villain. Like, what are you talking about? I should say a henchman. Very Muttley and Dick Dastardly walking ass bitch. But like, no, I just thought that was wild for me. Now, but this moment with Discord is so stupid. It's so funny, but stupid. Since Sierra is talking about me, I'm going to start a rumor that I love Britney Spears. That was my idol. Girl, I know that lady looks halfway sedated, sweaty, and hair disheveled almost every time I have seen her, and still free Britney because love my sister. But I can look at you, the posture, the neck, the knees, the feet placement, and I can tell you, you have never hit any baby one more time. Never been a slave for you. Okay, boys, sometimes Discord, you don't need them. Do you understand me? Do you still want me to go with these references? I got it. It's never been a circus for you, bitch. Womanizer, you are not. Never have been, never will be. 1, 2, 3, fuck you, you lying ass heifer. But you know what? Hilarious. Because what are you talking about? Oh, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, become part of this red pack. Slave family, I appreciate you so much for you being here. Listen, she's never been stronger. Not them knees for sure. Woo! I could keep going because Britney is mother. So like, let me tell you, my millennial Britney is gonna come out. I will be naming every song you can think of. Never been on my radar. Don't give me more of that, Discord. There was a rumor that you truly had a blackout. Oh, oh my God. Oh. Sometimes I'm funny. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I am scared of Discord's walk, but all I really want is for her to sit up straight and hold her butt tight. And maybe one day, each and every night, she can walk just right. Bitch, I deserve 10s for that. Thank you. Thank you, bitch. Thank you. Jump scare. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, and become part of this Red Pack family. Drop a little something in my dollar. I'm a street performer at this point. PayPal.me/Matty-Rants Cash App $sign that. Cash App $Matt924 and Venmo Matty-Rants. What am I on? I was feeling it right there. See, Discord, you do inspire. Look at you. Look at you. You do inspire. Go ahead, rickety knees. You do that, Miss Thing. Walking like you were the fucking alien in that movie Arrival. Is that the movie? Hold on. No. That is gonna bother my spirit. Wasn't that one. Yeah, I knew it. Wait. Yes, it was. It was the 1996 The Arrival. Oh, thank you. Nailed it. Nailed it. I was like, it can't be the one with Amy Adams because that was a good movie. The one I'm referring to was in 1996. And at the end of the movie was a gag because the kid was an alien the whole time. You're like, what? And his knees went backwards. And he was like, meow, meow. That's the walk I'm referring to. Like almost like, Discord walks like the Pixar lamp. That's kind of the bit I was going for here. God bless her though, because RuPaul enjoys laughing at her. Speaking of things I wasn't prepared for today, I didn't know what an amyl or a sniffer was. I didn't know any of the sorts. I saw this lady in pantyhose and a thong, and I said, well, God bless her. Bitch, I went and downloaded the song after this episode. I'm not lying. I downloaded the song after this episode. I love the fucking song. I was like, bitch, this song is a bop. Like the uncensored version is much more fun. I was like, yeah, this is kind of my vibe. Michelle looks cute. RuPaul, Ross is such a whoo girl. It's Michelle looks cute. Now, I want to ask so many questions about this and why, as well as this and why, and this and why. Yeah, for me, top to bottom, it was not my favorite Ruzy Q look. I thought Michelle was eating her here, and that's still brown up top. Shoulder pads, you're gonna have to stop. But God bless you for being there 2 weeks in a row. Don't do that again. Okay. You were a good time, sweetie. I like you, Amy. Go ahead, Taylor. Good for you, teeth. Yes, gums. Uh-huh. Are you ready for this runway category and how foolish this is? Are you ready? Category is I had to write it down. They've just become so obnoxious with how long these category names are. Like, what do you mean that's the runway category? Category is shake, 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 a move, a look that moves when you do. I was like, girl, you could put on a regular dress with a nice little flounce in it. It's gonna move when you do. This would be so up to interpretation. Like, just tell me the brief was to have something that, was very, very tassely, fringy, all of that. But I was like, this is a long ass shake, shake, shake. That moves. I said, girl, what is going on? What Dr. Seuss rhymes are these? But let's get into the looks. If you want to vote in the live chat, it's a 1, it's a 2, it's a 3. If you want to vote, 1 means everything, 2, it's okay, and 3, it's a chop. But first is Mikey Meeks. What do you think? With all these zip ties, our raver girl here. I'm going to be honest, I did not think that a lot of people hit this week. Just gotta be real. I was underwhelmed, everything about it for me, and I'm talking about everybody mostly. But for Mikey, I give it a high 2. The bathing suit over the bodysuit is bothering me a tad bit, but I do love the cool inventiveness of like all those zip ties put in place and how it moved and everything. And I do love the beat, and I love the headphones with the wig. I think it's cute, but I don't like it when I stare too long at it, at seeing the bathing suit with the body. I just, that part, little leotard and this, that, I'm like, I'm cool on that. But other than that, I liked it. I think it's cute. hit the brief. Athena Dion. We find out so much about her Greek heritage this episode, in case you did not know that, because you didn't watch the episode. Because if you watched the episode and did not know that, then I would know you did not watch this episode at all. But here come Athena Dion with her 14,000 eyes on these bitches. I liked it. I thought it was cool. It's a very campy look. It also gives almost futuristic but retro at the same time. It's very nice. Love the beat as well. I was good with it. No, Athena is Middle Eastern, not Greek. If you watch the episode, you know that this baby lives in the Middle East. Like, what is wrong with you? Assalamu alaikum. Okay, you better get in with it. All right, our sister over here giving good old Chantel Muslim foodie booty. Come on, sister. No, she's Greek, baby. That girl Greek. Okay. Leah, I'm sorry, not me reading that. Oops. Inshallah. Bitch, Bismillah. Okay. No, let's get to Kenya. I think this is a 2. Positives. Love the monarchs. I did a whole project on them and their life cycle and their whole like breeding patterns and where they fly through, because they fly through Texas and all that to go to Mexico and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, cool. Love that this wig is seen again. Hate that this is also seen again. And that's why I was like, Matt, I know I want it. That's my girl, but I got to keep it 100. I needed you to have something right there, right to cover this, because I kept on seeing the full, and it was like that last week too. Unfortunately, it was like I kept on stringing it. But it's cute. It's simple. It's nice. It fits well. It's, not dead on the stage, Asia O'Hara, but like, it's fine. It's fine. I feel like this has been worn before for a number you've done specifically for a Lizzo routine, and that's no shade, but like, this was puss. Jane don't. This was puss. This was fun. I was like, oh, thank God. I was so glad when this hit the runway. I was like, thank you. Finally, something cute that's hitting my marks for me as far as something that's going to shake and move. It also looked really good. And I also am like Michelle. Don't find those colors to normally be hitting, but something about it really did it for me. Yeah, I like this. I did. I liked it a lot. I thought it was interesting and it was different. Love the choice of fabric here. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed the presentation. I liked it. But to be real, this isn't my favorite look of the night. Somebody who wasn't even up for judging had my favorite look. Like, bitch, I'm still gagged over it when that came out. Like, now what? What? But I love this. I thought this was fire. I did. Discord Adams. The message is great. It is not femininized enough for me. And because she already walks like, a man on a mission to go to the chiropractor, takes me out just a tad. It's you already walk like, hey, dude, you know what I mean? So it kind of throws me a tad bit, but I do love the story behind it. I just wish the suit was femininized and given a little bit more something. Her makeup is good. Yeah, let's talk about that biscuit. The makeup was great. I was like, okay, I like the beat. The beat was right. But it is something about her presentation that takes me away from all of the things that she does. Sometimes it makes sense when she walks like she just had back surgery, and then other times it just takes me away from it because she's like, I'm serving it, and I'm like, but you're not. You are walking like you just got the hip replaced, you lost your knee in Nam. Like, I don't know if we're supposed to like salute you because the Purple Heart you earned in war, but like, I don't know what's happening. So like, God bless her, but it's cool. I like to see her standing still. Standing still, this is great. Moving, I love you, Mia, but I love her, but okay, all right. I've had enough. Oh, that's enough. That's enough. Oh, I'm so sorry. Explain, girl. So the dress is made out of what? And then you have a cape that's made out of VHS. Like, this is true. It's like, and I'm old enough to appreciate that. I had Blockbuster cards and everything, but I am hollering. Yeah, happy for my sister, but no. I'm sorry. Y'all can have it. You could say I have no taste. You could say I have nothing. I appreciate every single one of you down, and I love whatever earth you walk on. May God bless you. If you don't believe in God, may whatever entity in your possession or being gives you what you need in life, sister. But like, oh no. I tried it today. I really did. I kept walking this back. Like, do I live? I do not. I don't. I'm unable. I'm sorry. I wish I could be with y'all and say this is giving me the puss factor I need, but I saw Sierra Miss Lip on Darlene's face, and I just said, it's a no for me. I'm afraid not. I don't even mind the shoes though. Like, they hate the shoes. I kind of like those little big old clunky messy fucking ass heels. No shade. They kind of make sense for her build, but I was really torn on this. But once this popped up on my screen again, I said, you know what? No, I'll be real. Not for me. Not for me. Like, I would see this and probably appreciate it. I'd look on the ground to see where the outfit is shedding because I know it is. It's tinsel for fuck's sake. But like, yeah. French fry goblin is crazy work. I'm sorry, that got me. No, this actually could be for a great episode of the Muppets, but you know what specifically, Martha? Do 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 phenomena. Do 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 phenomenal. Like that one. It needs to be with one of the like most random of randomness, or with the chickens, because the chickens are always great on the Muppets. Crash, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate your friend. Why did I say it like that? You know those McDonald's VHS tapes they had that were produced by Glass King? Yes, I do. I am that old, but also I'm gonna get you even more Crash. This is how old I am. Because, ageism runs wild in this community of Drag Race fandom. Bitch, I had a birthday party in the caboose. For those of you who remember McDonald's back in the day when it was a cesspool of bacteria, but somehow we all still lived, and now everything seems to be falling apart, which is very interesting. When the playpens where you could just take off your shoes and just roll up in there. I have not seen a playpen at a McDonald's in eons, right? But they used to have it. If you got like a big lot, they would have like a train caboose in the back, and it would be for like special parties, like classes and like, you doing a birthday or whatnot. And McDonald's was that girl. I don't know what my parents was thinking, but yeah, that year we had a birthday party for me at McDonald's. I think this is something I asked for, a child. And McDonald's birthday cake is actually a bop, and they still sell it too. It's a secret menu item. They still sell it apparently, but I'll never forget it because it was basically like being in one of those classrooms that's not in a school. What was it called again, y'all? It's been so long since I've been to school. You know what I mean? When you have your class, it was, what were they called? Those little, it's not a trailer. There's a specific name and I can't think of it. It's been so long since I've been to school. Oh my God, that's so sad. You know what I mean? When it's like you're not on campus, but you're on one of those like, that's gonna bother me because I want to move on. But now that the ADHD is killing me, the mantra is one of those. I think that's what it is. Bungalows sounds more close to what I was going for. You know what I'm talking about? Portables. The portables sound. Thank you. That's what we called it. Portables. That's what we would call it. Okay, there we go. Because everyone has different names for it. I'm realizing for all of y'all, satellite class. Yeah. It's all coming back to me. That's kind of what the caboose was. It was like one of those portables that you would go to, and you just walk in. It's like it was just the worst carpet ever. It smelled like children have been in there. It was awful, but it was a good time. Okay, all right. Sorry, Darlene. You took me to McDonald's. I changed my grade. It's a 2. I changed my grade. You reminded me of McDonald's birthdays and places. Back in the day, they used to have Nintendo 64s literally sitting in there, y'all. Like, the times we had, y'all. People were in there playing Mario Kart, eating a chicken nugget. We were a country. What happened to us? I'm telling you, America went down once they stopped selling parfaits at McDonald's. That was it. That was the end of our time. No. And I love Vita down. This is a 2 at the most. I'm not. This wasn't for me. It was a little underwhelming. And I love her, but I was like, no. I have seen it before for many talents on many passions in many different places. These are killing me. They're killing me. But I do love the Queen of the Night reference from Whitney Houston. When this turned around in the back, there was really not enough beads right there, and it didn't give me what I wanted. But I was like, okay. But I wanted just a tad bit more, only because I've seen Vita like stomp and chew literally with the materials given to her in the workroom. So it was all right to me. Best look of the night. Nene Coco, best look of the night. Down. Everything. Unexpected. A gag to see pump down that runway. I was like, what? The way it moved, presentation, full bit. I was gooped. I was not expecting to see that, and that's why I think I lived. I was like, "Bitch, what is this? What is this?" Comme des Garçons. I was like, "What is going on? This is so with the colors too, bitch. Take me to the rainbow sherbet at Baskin Robbins. Why don't you? My God, it was so cool, and it was different, and that's why I think, yeah, that's why I liked it a lot. I was like, this is just so different. It's so cool. And it's like sometimes when the shapes don't look, you know how it is when things are shapeless or don't have like a specific silhouette, it can be like not flattering, but the way it's done with the colors, it was right. It was right. I enjoyed it. Juicy Love Dion. Her and her designer. Every runway. I'm here for her giving that man a shout out for doing the work, but bitch, it's every runway. And it's so funny to hear her say it. Me and my designer decided, me and my designer did this. Me and my designer, me. And I'm like, you're right. You better give that baby some credit for the Bob Mackie reference here. So here's my highs and here's my lows. It's my least favorite outfit she's worn. Two, I'm glad we're not getting a finger wave wig, but I also was like, this is what I get for saying she wears that same wig every time, and now it's got a little hippies with a little mohawk on it. I love this skirt down here. Bra wasn't doing it for me. I felt a little bit of a Bob Mackie reference, somewhat of a Josephine Baker moment mixed with a little punk. I thought it was nice, but it wasn't my favorite. I did like how she was posing and positioning with it, though. Like she could walk down, girl, and sell a garment for filth. She could sell a garment for filth, but it's a high two for me. Sierra Mist. Shaking my hip. I said, if you take the S, the P, and the H out of that and leave the I, yes. No. Nope. I said, so you are dressed to perform a lip sync, and so the song, okay, got it, cool. I'm talking about, I saw a good pencil moving. It was crazy. I said, young man, what is happening here? And if they don't identify as that, I said, young they, them. What are they doing? Very Taylor. Oh, yes. Very, very stiff. Very. And she was feeling it. I said, I know that's right. I know your pumpkin latte wiggle was doing something for somebody's tease. For the trad. Ooh. It needed a hip so bad. It needed a titty so bad. It needed something to give it what it needs to give. It was some chicken cutlets, and they were not cooked at all. God bless her, though. I like Sierra, but I said, ooh, trash. It's like she has them and don't even know, like, should this be the outfit to use it? No, I'm going to give, Timothy. I said, all right, Tim. But Raider Queen is up first. And can you believe that this was at the bottom? Can you believe Mikey's performance was at the bottom? This Frankenstein's Bride burlesque-esque comedy number with the breaking off of the finger bit, the full on that, the full reveal with the guts coming out that weren't guts. It was just glittered fabric that she, like, I said, okay, this was a fun and a different way to do burlesque, and we've seen them do burlesque moments of comedy and sexy and this, that, and the other, but this was actually cute. By no means a bottom performance. I was satisfied. Athena Dion. Okay. All right. No, I'm gonna highlight this because I have been threatened. No, I haven't been threatened. I need there to be emphasis on someone whose screen name is Greek the Geek, as we are literally about to talk about Opa herself. Okay, so like we must emphasize. First of all, I appreciate your people in terms of some seriously, well, crazy storytelling that happened. If you really want to go there, y'all have provided multiple occasions of things that I am really happy about. For example, and not to be stupid American, but yeah, we'll go there. Bitch, tzatziki sauce is that girl. I love Greek food. Fuck what you mean. Some of the best food I've ever had in my life, bitch. I don't know if it's gyro or gyro and however we're supposed to pronounce it, but you give me more of that lamb meat, bitch, and some on that bread with some of that tzatziki yogurt. My life is set. I will fight somebody over a good old nasty Greek dishes are good, okay? And mythology is one down. Call it which it is. Them stories were amazing, okay? A lot of my early childhood was learning about Greek mythology. So, like, yes. So no, I'm always here for the Greeks. I'm always here for the Greeks as long as they good. And they, But let's talk about Athena's performance. It was one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. March like a robot, march like a robot. Da, 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 da. It was fine. It was fine. I wasn't blown away by it. I thought that the vocals in the background were awful and monotone and no life in them whatsoever. Actually, telling us about what's happening right now. But like, I just kind of liked how she presented it. That was what was the cool part. I was like, her presentation was right. I just didn't really care for hearing what sounded like Xana, but with, a little bit more time in the throat. Vocals for that. I was kind of like, and then this outfit, while really well done, I was hollering when Jane Don't, I almost said plain. Jane Don't called her Donald Duck because I was like, yeah, I totally see that. But I thought what was really cool is she already had strings ready to go to do this violin bit that I thought was really cool and a very smart move to make. And the breaking of the plate, of course, tradition. So I thought that was good too. She said she was teaching us about her culture. I didn't see that. I felt like we were running through a restaurant for a second. And then, you came out and this was some sort of kitchen nightmares. And Gordon Ramsay was like, who is this queen doing all this in the middle of the fucking restaurant? And you were like, I'm the owner. And that was that one episode where that lady was a belly dancer. You remember what I'm talking about? But this was okay. I was okay with it. I was good. All right. I don't think Athena deserves a lot of the hate she's getting online right now, like at all. I think once again everybody's overreacting. But if you want to be mad that she played a damn good social game. Be mad she had family coming up into this bitch. Be mad the casting director said Dion star. Because let's be real, Athena has not been getting her way the majority of the season. So why not today when she can actually do something with them having the power in their hands? And she was smart enough to make sure she had the numbers on the other side to ensure that she was going to be good no matter what. She could have been just safe. That's all. Exactly, Terry. People want people to be strategic and this not be boring. And then they do that and we get the results and you're mad. Here's the thing. I hate what happened to Mikey down, but I cannot be mad at the game. I cannot be mad at the game. I cannot be mad at the game. And it's not like they were rubbing it in each other's faces with it. It was very much, we just got to do what we got to do. And if she's the fodder of that, oh well. And that's kind of what happened. But it sucks because it's like, damn, Mike, you got on the bad end of this stick because maybe you were not campaigning enough in the beginning to make sure no one would fuck with you like that. And then they can't deny someone like you over someone like Kenya who had worked out deals. That's all I'm saying. I don't think Mikey was campaigning enough. It's not all stars, but they gave them the option to do the Raider Queen, and that's what they were given, and they were able to use it. That we have to accept that. If it's not, I understand the frustration, but that's literally what just happened. And I'm just going to be real. If I ever get on a show like this or any other show like that, and they ever give me an opportunity to fuck somebody over for my benefit of getting some goddamn money, do you know how I'm literally putting up my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo right now? You don't think I'm going to get that bitch the fuck out to make sure my bills are paid? And if I'm on this show, I got dresses to pay for that I'm renting for motherfuckers. What you mean? I don't get to send somebody home who doesn't deserve it. What? I'm getting her out. Oh, absolutely. I won't deny that, Sassy. That's where I can still agree with everybody. I'm sorry, CCR. I can still agree with that. Oh, Miss Mama should have definitely been at the bottom. If they played this differently, she should have definitely been at the bottom. But bitch, that deal with Mia and Vita, giving her that too, I'm still spooked. I was like, oh my God, you're definitely not going to be in the bottom. Everybody else would have to vote you last for that to even be the case. There is no other way. And then when I saw that 4 pop up from Darlene, I was like, okay. But I'm going to get that money. If I was here, bitch, I wouldn't have put Mikey in the bottom. I would have put Discord in the bottom just because she was talking about the Britney Spears toxic thing. And I would have made a whole bit about it in my confessional, been like, since this broken back bitch over here wants to have a conversation with her rickety knees about hit me baby one more time, let's just see how toxic she is. So Discord, I'm going to go ahead and rate you 5. You keep saying you should be top every week. So let's see you work for it. I would have been so messy. Y'all would have hated me. Oh, I would have taken the threats. It's all right. It's just a TV show. And at the end of the day, it'd been like, girl, I was fucking with you. I'm sorry. But look what happened. You ate her up, right? Like, you mind you, what if Discord eats her up? And then my plan doesn't work. That'd been great television. That'd been great television. That'd been great because it'd be like, Matt thought he got her. I thought I did. I got to deal with this bitch the next day. Fuck. That's kind of why I wanted Sierra to stay a little bit, just a little bit. Because, like, you never had to deal with your consequences for, like, rallying to get somebody out so you could beat them in a lip sync. And then when it gets down to it, we have to still talk about the votes in play because Mikey, as much as I know you're going to be upset, oh, bitch, you need to be coming in with some, like, what the fuck? Y'all really played me like that? My shit was that bad? Be real. And that's where you need to get the truth out these hoes. We had alliances. So it's not about me being the worst. It's about deals being made. That puts some heat on the other girls and takes it from you. That's why I'm like, nah, you better not. You better not. But let's get to Kenya's performance. My apologies for the cough. Do I need to make some more coffee? I need to make some more coffee. I need to. Reusing cups because I'm trying to recycle. It's those cups at the store, they're always good to go. Just re-rinse them. They're good. Not for several days, but just every day. But thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, become part of this Rant Bag family. I appreciate you so much for being here today. If you want to drop a little love in my jar, please Oh, it's PayPal. It's PayPal. Whoa, it's PayPal to me for /Matty-Rants, Cash App outside my 924 and Venmo /Rants. Now, I have positives to say about this performance because it wasn't horrible, but there is one huge mistake that was made, and that is where we had an issue today. So let me put in my Cafe Bustelo. Thank you. Shout out to Dooley. And my Keurig. Shout out to my friends for the Christmas present. Because, oh my God, it's my favorite Christmas present next to my blender is my Keurig. It's the best thing ever as a coffee drinker. But y'all, pop up in the chat right now. I want to hear your thoughts in the pins. And also, you heard me right. I said one mistake. She forgot exactly. That's the mistake. Because Mama was performing. The song was great. But you got to know the words. You got to know the word because the song was a bop. I was like, oh, look at the beat. The beat was nasty. I was like, oh, the beat. I said, can you look good? The performance was starting off right. It was just going to be a regular schmegular lip sync performance, da-da-da-da-da. And so we was going to get our like coots from that. But hold on, because I'm definitely getting this coffee. My body's calling for some caffeine. I'm going to show you the part where it fucked up because she had the beginning. Y'all saw her. She was fine in the beginning. She knew the whole intro. She had the whole first part down. The leg, look at that. Eureka could never. Okay? It is a black one. Oh, and so I was like, all right, pop off. When she went down, y'all saw it. Go back and watch. When she goes down, and then she comes right back up. I was like, oh, okay. It was literally that moment right there. She knew every word until that she went down with the hair, well, and then ramped again. And I said, whoa, that's 2 times. You forgot. And so now you're just doing shit. Oh, fuck. And then after that, it was just the chorus. She didn't know none of the regular words. It was just the chorus. I was like, fuck. I said, oh, what happened? It was a brain fart. So did you do a move that maybe you weren't thinking? Because I'm going to tell you, hey, I will give her a little grace on this because as I'm still a fresh baby myself in this drag game. But like, if she got that ADHD bad and she's also somebody who went through the routine in her head and then she does something that's off from what she originally wants to do. And now you're like thinking like, oh, did I need to do that? And now you've like gotten to that thought process and you forget, oh shit, I'm performing. But I'm still going to say as a former backup dancer performer myself, done the first show, you know, y'all see my little bit on YouTube, whatever piece of cake she's coming, all that. Girl, you're gonna have to know them goddamn words. You're gonna have to. And I hate that this is a song that you made, bitch, and you didn't know the words. So girl, I know my motherfucking list front to back. But like I could understand, but I was going, this is not the time. This is not the time for this to happen. Not right now. After Michelle just said what she said, I said, fuck. Now it's on because they already were looking for that. The little tongue bit, as cute as that was, it was like, okay. I was here for Mama with the fan, the flag work, as you know, hey, shout out to my HBCUs out there, my majorettes, people in the band and the flag twirls. I'm here for it. It didn't go as far as I wanted it to. I was hoping she was going to throw that flag all up in the air and do a nasty little twirl. Didn't give that per se, and ended it with a nice split. But I love the song. I thought she was cute. She was physically performing down. It's when we didn't know the words where I said that's a big glaring issue. And for the fact that RuPaul and Michelle had to talk about it as you were walking to the back, I was like, oh, my girl is gone. Shout out to you in Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. You're supposed to say oi, oi, oi. I'm assuming you said that at home, and you better have. And if that's not what you say in Australia, then what the fuck are they doing on Down Under? Shout out to everybody across the pond right now or overseas. If you are watching this from a place of international proportions, thank you for tuning in. I know it could be really late or really early in the morning, so I appreciate you for being here. And shout out to my babies in the United States, as well as my neighbors up top in Canada, as well as downstairs in Mexico, Central America or South America. Especially to those who are in Minneapolis, Minnesota. May you be safe, may you be protected, and may you get through this hellacious time, because you do not deserve it. Seriously. I'm tired of looking at the news. I know you are too. We got to keep up, but especially what just happened recently. You cannot, there's nothing they can say for that. It's fool's day now. But back to the show. Let's keep it here. Woo! Get out the negative stuff. Positive. They got her, and Michelle was like, "See, this is what I was talking about." And it's like she was just lip syncing to the chorus, but not the lead. And I hope y'all understand. That when they're lip syncing in general to a regular, you're in the bottom or you're in the top, you should know the main song too, and you shouldn't just be doing the chorus. And I've seen a couple people give girls coots and praise for like, she knew the words. No, mama, she knew the chorus. That's why when we ask for songs by Toni Braxton and women who can sing down and they be ad-libbing, that's why the girls get scary. Because it's like, bitch, are you going to ad-lib? Because we want to see that too. Toni Braxton don't just be doing the chorus after finishing the second verse, bitch. She about to go into some background stuff while the chorus is going. And if you are lip syncing to that, you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what you're doing. Baby, I be seeing Giselle Barbie Royale perform. That bit, woo! Get you some good drag. But yeah, I agree with Rue and Michelle. It was like, nah, this is not going to work. It's not going to work. I hope for the better. I have some super chats. Let me get to them before we get to Jane Dont's performance, my favorite of the night. Why are you sending me stuff? Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, not Dee Dee Pickles after reading lip shits. Oh my gosh, I'm unable. Thank you so much for that piece, Mateo Drewski. Hey, Fred, unfortunate trend alert. Black divas dropping lip syncs for their own songs. Kenya and Vita, please last through this Black History Month. Ooh, they gave us the shortest month, Drewski. So, maybe fluffy tacos. Oh, I want tacos now. Oh my God, I want tacos. Thank you so much for the super chat. I haven't had tacos in forever. I had to think about it. I like that with Rada Queen, the girls always forget that we get the receipts in the next episode. Because we're definitely gonna have to go over those, aren't we? We're, especially after the voting this week, like, it's gonna be necessary. But Jane Dont's performance, I loved very much. I am here for a Bette Midler reference, and I know exactly what she was doing too. I was like, oh, I know this whole little bit of her doing the whole cabaret style and stopping for a joke and a little, and then just keep on going. The full bit, it landed perfectly. It was smooth as butter. She looked good. I love how the stage was set up too. Visually perfect. And it was done very well. I thought Jane, honestly, very good. Go ahead, Jane. Janathan. I've been calling her Janathan Don't in my head for the longest. No, not Roxy from Chicago, but Bette Midler did this. Oh, God. I saw it a long time ago, and I can't remember the name of it specifically, but it was this like God, I saw it a long time ago, but Bette Midler did a bit like this where she was doing a song and dance number, but she would stop in between to do like little get you jokes to go along with it. And it would move through. I forget if it was like some show she did on Broadway specifically, or if it was like something, I forget what it was that I saw, but it was a long time ago. So when Jane mentioned it, I was like, oh, I know what this is going to be. And so when she did it, I was like, yeah, this is basically that, but Jane's style of doing it. And it was really cool. I was here for it. I just can't remember the thing it was from Bet, like the name specifically, but I remember seeing it back in the Gap. Yeah, Jane, you did good. It was great. You cannot tell me that Discord Adams song is not the theme song to what could possibly be a Nickelodeon cartoon on a Saturday morning, ABC Saturday cartoon, Discord, another drag song. This shit, I was laughing so hard to myself because I can imagine the theme from Loud House being changed to this. And the brothers just going through all the room with the sisters. It's the Loud House, it's the loud. I was like, no, I am such a jerk, but I hated it. I didn't hate it. It was very catchy, but in a very like theme song to the beginning of like a cartoon that some of us watched that only lasted 2 seasons because something happened with one of the writers becoming like a possible, suspect in a crime. But the instruments weren't live, right? Like that's the part that kind of threw me off. It is Loud House, right? It is loud. I was like, this just reminds me of that little boy running through every room with his little black friend and like all of his sisters looking all fucked up and weird looking and shit. I don't like the animation style for that show. Or it's, you know what else it was giving? It was giving me like Pepper Ann, she's a da, 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 da. Pepper Ann, she's like 1 in a million. Pepper Ann, da, 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 da. Oh my god, yeah, yeah. No, she wasn't lying with the lyrics. I was not upset with the song, but I just kept thinking of cartoons when she was fucking doing the show. I couldn't even see her visual anymore. I was like, oh, brought back to my childhood again. Drew's gonna ever see what chat. Discord for Phineas and Ferb. Hey, they're having a full they're bringing it back. So Discord may want to hop on that and get on the theme song, get some cointadas. I'm telling you, Discord was Pepper Ann. Yes. She's like 1 in a million. I love Pepper Ann. That was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Next to Recess. Recess was that girl. Loved Recess. Loved it. Detweiler, Spinelli, Mikey, Gretchen. Come on, Matt. What's my boy name? I always thought, though, and this is just a random ADHD moment, I always thought the cast of Recess low-key like copyrighted or stole the idea for the kids based off of the Burger King kids. And this is such a millennial thing to think. Because if you remember back in the day, Burger King actually had like this kids menu shit. And there were these kids that were the Burger King kids or whatever, right? And if you look at the kids there, and then you think of the main cast of Recess, I was like, honey, there are a couple motherfuckers over here that I see over there. And I don't know how I feel about all that. Vince, thank you. I was like, for some reason I wanted to say AJ, and I'm like, it's not AJ. It's fucking Vince. Thank you. I think they stole that shit from them. Rightfully so. Burger King is not the same that it used to be, but yes. The Ashleys was one of my favorite parts of Recess. Ooh, scandalous. I love the Ashleys. And then you find out that Spinelli was an Ashley. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. That show was sad at times too. Mm-mm. What was the Weasley dude's name that worked with that one lady who walks like Discord? Finster was the name of that lady. But like, what was that? Ronald? Was it Ronald? The Weasel one? Low key, that's how Discord be standing, just like how that boy be. Like very much that. Hey, Torito, watch it. Watch it now. I could visually tell you what he looks like. How about that? Yeah, how about that, bitch? He had a t-shirt that was gray. He had a green jersey. He had shorts of a particular color, high tops, because why not? And he had a high top fade, but looked like he needed a haircut on the sides, and that his parents didn't care about them, and there were white cartoonists that drove the character. Watch it, bitch. Just because I can't remember his fucking name, girl. You know how old I am. You know how much. Can't say it on here, but you know how much of the loud that's been in my life. Shoot. But back to Discord's performance. Did y'all like this? I thought the song was catchy, but I was like, she's not performing the actual instruments live, right? Does that make any sense? To me, it kind of threw me off a little bit. That's why I was like, so she's not actually performing the instruments, but she's letting us know that she can perform the instruments to a song that's already pre-recorded. She did a cartwheel. I thought that was crazy. You did a cartwheel? No way. And landed it? No way. I have seen you walk. There's no way. I couldn't believe it. So maybe it's just an act. I don't know. Maybe when she's asleep, like her body's in perfect position. I don't know. You know how it is sometimes. But yeah, I was okay with it. The song was cool. It made sense for her. I think it is cool that she can play all those instruments as somebody who can play multiple instruments myself. I give that up. But I just thought the song was very Saturday morning cartoon. And it was cool and it was catchy. Another drag song. I'm like, oh, okay. The judging by the queens was crazy. Looking at these outfits up here, I'm sorry. Something about the way that everybody kind of looks, like, especially in this for the voting, like, you could not tell me what the category is just by looking at this. Looking at Mia to Darlene. Okay, like, Nene Coco in between all of the white colors of Vita and Juicy. Like, you couldn't tell me what this category is, honey. I'd be like, what is happening? What is going on? Oh, sorry, that tickled me just seeing that. But judging was interesting. A lot of people kept their promises. A lot of people kept their promises. I have a feeling that Kenya is fourth, Discord was fifth, and Mikey, I'm sorry, that Kenya was third, Discord was fourth, and Mikey was fifth. I have a feeling. The way Sierra walked up here with her non-hip ass, it was like, I'm about to get this set up. Are you, bitch? Cheryl Canning, are you, bitch? Are you? Because I thought moves were about to be made, and Mama, it was not giving that. Juicy wasn't going to make that happen. Juicy was the one that put Kenya in the bottom spot. I was like, uh-oh. At least she was being honest. Mia put Kenya first. Like, what? Vita put Kenya second. I said, oh, this is too messy. And then the numbers started coming up. Now, you know who put Mikey in the last spot? Darlene. When Darlene said Mikey's name and put her in the box, I was like, Darlene, I'm no shade. Maybe this is me looking at you and assuming I know your character. I would assume that Mikey would have been the one you would have gave the higher score to based off of what the fuck you did for your routine. Bob Miss Builder, yes, you can. What you mean? I was like, what is going on? Tito, thank you for the super chat. It just hit me. Discord song was Teen Titans. When there's trouble, you know who to call. Another drag song. Shake the table. When there's evil on the attack, another dresser. On the attack. Another dresser. Then you to call Teen Titans. Sorry, that first. I'm sorry. Let's be real. That Teen Titans song slapped. Okay, the Teen Titans Go can suck a rock, except for the waffle song. That song was everything. But like, baby, that song. Whenever that song came on, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Get to the television and sit the fuck down. We're about to chew what Slade got today. How was Robin going to put his trauma on the rest of the motherfucking crew? Why did Cyborg have to act like that? Beast Boy ain't shit. Raven, your daddy is a problem, and this bitch can't speak English. I love that show so much. All right, let's move on. But Teen Titans Go, wow. I believe Teen Titans Go was actually a warning as to what was going to happen to our society and how it is currently today. You know what, Tall? We will give Lady Legacy some points because that was a great episode. That was a great episode. The Sailor Moon reference will always hold dear to my heart. Jane being in the top made sense. If she wasn't, I would have really like spit fire. I'm not gonna lie to you, because Jane was unequivocally the best. Period. Wait, what are y'all asking in the live chat? I'm sorry. Remember they called Starfire. Can I say that? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Starfire is one of this can't speak no English that be making me laugh. I said, her this and then her sister speaks perfect English. Hello, Starfire. That made not one lick of sense to me. How black and why is she Blackfire? And I was over here like, hold on. How come she's over here speaking full-on sentences, and then here comes Starfire? Me no think so. I was like, if Jar Jar Binks looking bad as she wants to, don't get it together. And I love Starfire, but they had my poor sister being Jar Jar Binks, girl. I couldn't take it. I said, she's a baddie, but she Jar Jar. Very that. Athena was number 2. Because you know she wasn't first, right? Like, let's be very clear. If we get those votes back and the numbers show that Athena was number 1 over Jane, I am going to pee on the floor and you will never know. It will be cleaned up. But like, I would lose it. Like, what? Like 2, yes, because the votes were in your favor based off of the ones that you know, and you did play the game correctly in that sort of, I can manipulate this the way I want to, and it worked. So I give her coots for that. But bitch, if you were first, oh no, ma'am. That's when I've been like, now you want to talk about some horse shit? Who was putting you up that high? Because hell no. The real reason you were mad, as much as you wanted to say in Untucked that you were so happy to perform your song in front of Ammo and the Sniffers, you dead ass wanted to perform this lip sync in front of her. Let's be very clear. And yes, you do feel the ways that Athena was at the top compared to your performance, because you did a whole performance of It's Just Another Drag Song. And then Athena's whole show is literally the emphasis of like, that's literally what you were talking about. And she beat you. So like, yeah, I was like, no, you really wanted this, because that's also your idol too. Like, let's be very clear. As much as you want to play with us in the confessionals, nah, girl, I know you was mad boots, but let's be clear. Jane did a very good job, and I was really into her performance with this song. I actually downloaded the song because I was like, damn, I like this song a lot. This song's fire. But Athena 8, I was shocked. At first, I was like, and then as it kept going, I'm like, oh, bitch, she's not punching down. She's not tired. She literally has a choreography set up for the chorus all ready to go. What? Negativity, right with me, and your negativity, down, up, right, back, forward, negative. I was like, what? I looked at Jade like, ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. She's peeing a little bit. Like, yeah, you're giving a little bit more punk than her, but she's kind of hitting every line, every little nuanceical like moment, ad lib, which I just talked about. You were doing it, but so is she, and she was kind of on it. That little, not with me, with your turn, bat that around, bow. I said, wait a minute. Wait. So while Athena may not have gotten my top 2 position in the voting, I'm kind of glad she did, because bitch, I was living for her in the lip sync. I was like, bitch, she's kind of tearing you a little bit. She's tearing. I was down for it. Athena, you made me proud too. Yeah, Jane was great, but it was just we were all shocked to see that happen. It definitely gave Jane overestimated herself and underestimated Athena. And Athena said, I got you. Y'all have played me for the last time, bitch. I am in a position to where I can finally get a motherfucking win. Oh, girl, I'm coming. You know, it was very that. It was very, y'all. That was all that anger from her not getting picked first. That came out this. She wanted to get a lot off of her chest right there, baby. It was crazy. But it was a fun lip sync. I liked it. I liked the song. I was here for it. Her bringing out the strings that was perfect. She did the air guitar first, then she pulls it and then strums it. I was like, okay, that was smart to do. We get on the floor. She does basically a micro dip, not a real dip, but a micro one on the ground with the pulls herself. This reminded me of Alaska so much. Y'all remember All Stars 2? When Alaska in that little heel, and then she put that leg up at the like right at the end of the boom right there. I was like, wow. I had a good time. I said, oh, it's Athena's. I said, if they give it to Jane, I'm gonna be gagged, but it's Jane's face. It's Jane's face. RuPaul goes, Athena and Jane. I was like, no, girl, they caught you in 4K. No, they caught you gagged. They caught you gagged, sister. They caught you gagged. Listen, because like Juicy called it a little dip, and I was like, no, that's a micro dip, honey. It's a little bit of an aggression. She was doing a pulse. Micro dip. Okay. All right. Are we good? We locked into my sense of humor and how completely wrong it is. All right, bet. But poor Jane, I was like, ooh, gagged you. Guess it's still one win. Let me shut up. I'm sorry. It's her clapping like this. Oh, I was weak, baby. I know, right? Listen, Darlene's like, yes. Jane's like, what? I love little moments like that. Oh, goodness. But Athena is so happy. And the Dion's all have a W on the board. Juicy with 2, Athena with 1, Mia Star with 1. When they called Kenya Please's name is safe, and you saw my reaction, I posted on Twitter. I said, oh, so the Discord thing did work. Gag. Okay, Discord, you about to have to bump cow. What's up, girl? What's the tea? Discord, you are safe. I am Sierra. I am Jane. Both of them. Wait, so that leaves, because Kenya not there, Discord not there. So would Mike? It's been a long time since this show has really gotten me, and I'm talking about, bitch, this got me. I was like, ain't no fucking way out of all of the girls, all of them, you put Mikey in there. Okay, got it. Social game, you show right, Drewski. I said that is the perfect example of not campaigning for yourself and it getting you got, because in reality, you shouldn't have had to. That's the gag. You shouldn't have had to based on her performance, but there were already things in play beforehand. Had she talked a little bit more this episode, I think Mikey would have been okay, but it gave, I hope my performance is enough for them. You need to start speaking to people and get them in the right corner to be like, I know you want to rock with Sierra's like list, but like, nah, sister, like you got to do this fair now. You know, Kenny didn't know her fucking words, and you saw Discord over there in a rolling chair at a goddamn office going back and forth from one computer to the next trying to get the customer's needs done. No, let's not do that today. Dang, thank you so much for the super chat. As a millennial, I'm offended not one video move was done here. I mean, you know, I think that, you know, Jiggly's version of Toxic will be safe forever as the best version to be done in a lip sync, even with Alyssa Summers there pounding her Muppet titties. That's true, Terry. A lot of people didn't break their promises. So the girls who said they were going to do something did it, and now you see what happened. But it's also going to be one of those, well, why? Well, girl, I had to. Did you really? Yeah, but so there's going to be some bitterness going into this, going, you know, forward. Like, that girl clearly was worse than me. How could you? You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of that. Sierra is gagged because that is not what was on her agenda. I did not want to go against Mikey. Now she probably feels I don't have this in the bag, possibly. When they pulled, I still can't, y'all. I if you saw my reaction, I got very emotional because, you know, Jiggly and me were close, my sister. And so when this song turned on, I low-key screamed a little bit, like, what? Wait, what? Why are you redoing Toxic and you're not redoing a bunch of other songs that have had horrible lip syncs for their first initial takes? I know that there is a song by a Miss Aretha that needs to be redone. I know there's a couple other motherfucking mixtures. I was over here like, why is this getting a rework? And with Britney's discography, why is this being redone again? There's so many other songs you could have used for these two. Whatever the case may be, we got Toxic. No. A chop from you both. A nasty pirouette spin is not enough for me. A bevel turn, not enough. Not enough. Sierra, no, girl. I did expect a little bit more from you. I think that Discord probably would have taken you out, sister. I'm not even going to lie. You had the nerve to shake your back hairs. I couldn't believe it. I said, why is this girl wiggling her back booty hair? That is wild. Who needed to see all of the grass that was not that green on the other side? What is wrong with you? Mikey, while looking puss, did not look puss because, in my opinion, I was like, I know if you had a different look, this entire performance that you're doing would make a whole lot more sense, because that wig is a fool for this entire performance. Oh, it's getting late. Your hands are getting stuck in there. That's what's happening. It's not getting late. Your hands are gotten stuck in the first wig on top of the second wig with the third wig. Wait, Sierra Mist became DNL. If you know, you know. Extinct soda brand. Oh my God. I have to look up the picture just so I can get my visual in, because that name sounds so familiar. But I was like, if that's what I'm thinking, I'm going to holler. This is the first thing that popped up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is so funny. Because, like, wasn't it like a whole thing with 7-Up for a second? Yeah, because that wasn't that a whole thing, and then they were like, "No, we're just gonna just call it that," because in reality is okay. That was a whole thing. I was like, "Wait a minute, that's literally 7-Up." I was like, DNL. I'm like, wait. I was like, that's a whole thing with 7-Up. I can't. Well, to be honest, no, she can stay Sierra Mist. Nobody buys that anyways. That was mean. I like Sierra, but I also would, if they told me I had Sprite and a Sierra Mist to choose from, sister, it will be Sprite every day of the motherfucking week on the quick and ready. I would never touch that Pepsi nasty product. Ugh, gross. Ugh, disgusting. Ugh. It's like Alka-Seltzer with a little lemon lime in there is what Sierra Mist tastes like for me, Miss Sister. It's called Starry now. See, they had to change the name because it was selling so fucking bad. Oop. Bitch, okay, now hold on now. Don't I like a little ginger ale with some dark liquor. If you've had some Crown Royal with some ginger ale, Merry Christmas. That's a good beverage combination for me. Little ginger. I'm a Moscow Mule drinker. If I have to drink any alcohol, it's gonna be a Moscow Mule. Hold the Russia. I'm trying to get Peace and Mateo's comment off the screen to move along. It's not working. There it is. Jesus. All right, let's finish this, everybody. The lip sync was underwhelming, in my opinion. Sierra's movements were so funny to me. All that kind of stuff. I was like, girl, I'm so sorry. This is too much. I was like, hurry this up. Because at the end of the day, I thought both of them can go home. But in reality, Mikey should have never been there in the first place. So keep Mikey, because in reality, that should have never happened. And if you really got your way, you'd had Kenya versus Sierra. And if Kenya knew the words, Sierra would have gone home. So if Kenya knew the words to Toxic, I have no doubt in my mind that Kenya Pleaser would still be here after winning her second lip sync against what I witnessed Sierra Mist do. No doubt in my mind, Kenya would have ate her up. Maybe she missed the word. She's still. So, like, for me, it didn't even matter. To me, I'm like, I agree with Tina Burner and Pit Stop. I'm like, girl, you weren't even supposed to be there. So, regardless of whatever the fuck is about to happen, yeah, you go back. Go on back, little baby. Because they didn't do this right. I'm scared for Kenya now, too, because this is no longer in a Queen's vote. You got to deal with the judges next week. And Michelle literally told you to your face about a situation that you then did in front of them. And Rue was there to see it, too. So they're going to bring it back up. They're going to do it again. And now this is about to be an acting challenge, or they're doing political ads or whatever. So here we go. We'll see what happens. But Mikey was saved. I'm here for that. This exit was so funny. At least I'm leaving with all my teeth, RuPaul. No, you're staying. Oh, no, what I meant by that is that I get to stay, but I keep all of them. Okay, I gotta go. I was like, oh my God, no, Mikey, the joke didn't land. I hate that for you, but they found that funny, and I'm telling you now, that got Mikey points. Believe it or not, that got Mikey points. Okay, a little bit of an embarrassing moment. Oh shit, no. I gotta run by. You know, listen, I'm good for that too, Jenny, especially the self-deprecation. If my joke does not land, I will make fun of myself down to the roots of the earth, okay? But she won points with Rue and the rest of them for that, because it was very, okay, I'm gonna make fun of myself dying real quick. It was cute. And it's almost as if Sierra needed to one up that. Thank you so much for having me. I love y'all so much. I think y'all need a vocal stem. Ooh, ah. And then walked out, and everyone was like, what? That's it? And the ones who knew what that meant were still like, huh? And it's the theater going, what's a vocal stem? I was like, oh my God. I said, oh baby, you should have ended it on I'm just happy to be here. And that is it, y'all. That was that. You know, Untucked was a whole lot of, I'm not going to do it this way, and Sierra campaigning and all that kind of jazz and this, that, and the other. But we saw the end results here. We did not get to see Sierra go against Discord to a Britney Spears song. We saw Mikey get kind of effed over, if you will, and sent out there. They weren't going to send Mikey home. It just didn't make any sense. And next week, ooh, I say for her runway alone, it was time to go. But next week, they're going to find out what happened with the results. It is, I believe, an improv acting challenge of ad proportions next week. This is going to be interesting. It may be Jane's second win. It could be Darlene's first win. It could be Nene's second win. I think it's going to be a couple of different options that are available, but we're going to have to find out. We have to see how that goes down, but I am scared for quite a few people. But I'll be real. Part 2, not as juicy or Mia as the first one, but it was, for me, entertaining on a level of messiness and the voting system being put into play where it gagged us as viewers. That's what I liked about it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Ali, appreciate you. Late to the live. The lip sync was not it. I totally believe in Jane's talent, but I feel like she's not doing herself any favors when it comes to likability. Thoughts? This is my idea, or where I'm at with Jane. Jane is a self-saboteur, and she catastrophizes a lot of everything that's happening around her. And instead of internalizing it, which is also extremely unhealthy, speaking as someone in therapy and who has literally talked about this with my therapist too, because I do the same thing sometimes. It's coming off almost like I'm so good, I have to worry all the time. And what are these girls doing? It gets a tad bit annoying. I still find her likable, and I enjoy Jane, and I think it's just because I understand a little bit of where that mind is going through, a little bit, but I do get a little of the annoyance behind the feeling of Jane always breaking down shit that doesn't even need to be broken down, or basically making up random things and then telling us in the confessional, like these moments of full-on paranoia, the girls are out to get me. They don't really care that much as you think. I think the only person who cares the most about what is happening and why they haven't been the top is Discord. Because like every other moment she hasn't been the top, it's like, Jesus Christ. Right. She talks exactly like that and is giving performative. Okay. Now that I can see. Not saying that that's how I agree with you, but I can understand and see where y'all are coming from, where it does almost feel like we're playing into, I don't deserve this. But then also you have comments to make about other people not giving what needs to be given. But then it's like, oh, but they're going to come and get me. It's like, well, okay, what is it? Like, I don't know what's going on. It's a lot of self-loathing. It's a little there, a little Arrested Development. Does that land? Maybe. But I like her. But she does not sell herself. She really don't. Rich. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know. Some people are saying it is. I don't necessarily agree with it because, again, I've been this person to literally tell you everything that's going on in my brain, and you don't have to do that all the time. Jane has suffering from success syndrome. I wish I was suffering from success. Oh, we went to a very dark place. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here. Oh, goodness gracious. Give me all of that. You hear me? Give me no problems. Woo! Right now, please. 10 people, as a matter of fact, you want to help me suffer in success, PayPal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $Matt924, and Venmo Matt-Rants. I got a phone bill to pay, so help me suffer in my success. I'm kidding, but no, I'm not. I give you to drop a tip, thank you so very much. Please and thank you. I appreciate y'all for being here, and thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, leave a comment in the comment section. Comment section about this episode, your thoughts and opinions, and your feelings, and what you hope honestly happens going forward, and who you're rooting for this season. I'd love that. Sincerely. I went a little bit over 2 hours today. Why? Well, that's the long-winded review in me, but I thank you. Again, I've given you some homework to do before you walk out the door. I will be live tomorrow. It will be a live that it just immediately goes live. I can't promote it sooner, but I will try my best to get something posted in the community tab and on Twitter. I wanted to call it X so bad, but I hate that name for it. We'll be doing a Dead by Daylight stream tomorrow. A little early afternoon brunchy moment of just some runs in the fog and stuff. I've gotten better at the game, so I kind of wanted to share my plays with you and all that good stuff. But yes, love y'all down. Take care of yourselves. I had such a good time today talking about the show with you. Do not send hate to anybody that we talk about today. Make sure to support these queens if you love them. And again, RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. I'll see you every Saturday for reviews, every Friday for reactions on Patreon. And again, you'll catch me tomorrow for a little bit of gaming streams and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for the super chats, everybody. Thank you so much for everyone who tipped today. I appreciate you. And thank you for those of you who are engaging in this live chat today. Whether we agreed or not, this was such a fun conversation, and that's how it really needs to go. Like, we don't have to agree, but like, bitches, we can be cool. That's how it needs to go, okay? But thank y'all. Have a good day. And yeah, see you for the next one. Bye.
Listen.
Yeah.